My ex was trapped by his controlling wife, so my husband and I plot a plan to free him from her. My ex-boyfriend Bill and I were together for 10 years. When we broke up, we did so with no hard feelings because we were just different people now. We stayed friends for a long time after that. I even kept in touch with Bill's family, and he stayed connected with mine. I moved on and married a great guy named Dan, and we had a little girl. Around the same time, Bill married a woman named Fiona. At first, everything seemed fine. Then I got pregnant. I was so excited to be a mom, but Fiona reacted very strangely. I knew she had been trying for a baby for years, so maybe news of my pregnancy upset her. She told Bill he could not talk to me anymore. I didn't argue. I understood they might be hurting, but soon Fiona started acting really odd. She unfriended or blocked almost all of our mutual friends on Facebook, especially anyone who had kids or was expecting. For example, my best friend Anne was pregnant too, but Fiona blocked her on Facebook. When Anne came to visit our hometown, Fiona even told Bill he couldn't see Anne. That broke Anne's heart. I was upset for Anne and told Bill how hurt she was. He said he would try next time, but he never did. Later, Bill and Fiona moved far away to Australia. We lost touch and I rarely heard from him after that. Even worse, Fiona started cutting him off from his own family. His brother Fred and Fred's wife had a new baby, and Fiona unfriended them and their mom too. She wouldn't let Bill stay with his parents when he came home to visit. He had to stay in a hotel instead. I had mostly stayed out of it up to that point, because it felt like their private drama. Then, one day, completely out of nowhere, I got an email from Fiona. She had somehow gotten my email address from Bill's account. The message was just crazy. She told me to stop talking to all of our old friends so she could add them back on Facebook without seeing anything about me. I couldn't believe it. She wrote in a very angry way. Then she asked me to do something unbelievable. Write a statement saying that Bill had autism to give to his doctor. I was stunned and terrified. I didn't reply. I was too scared to even respond. My husband Dan and I started to worry. I talked to Anne and some other friends. Everyone agreed Fiona was doing something wrong. Someone online suggested I forward Fiona's emails to Bill's family. I didn't want to waste time, so I sent all the messages to Bill's brother Fred right away. Fred was furious and immediately called me. He said he would try to contact Bill. The next day, Fred wrote back that he had emailed Bill. Bill's reply was just a short, "I'm fine." That was not like him at all. We all knew something was seriously wrong. Dan decided to help. He quietly told Bill's old boss about the situation and asked for help. The boss arranged a Skype call with Bill under the guise of a work meeting. Bill joined the video call thinking it was about work. Dan joined secretly too, pretending to be on a conference line. The boss and Dan didn't go into details, but they told Bill that everyone had been worried about him and missed talking to him. That's when Bill broke down. He started crying and couldn't hold it in any longer. He said Fiona had been controlling his life. She had been reading his emails and deleting the ones from his family. She was keeping all their money and even physically hurting him. Bill said he felt trapped and ashamed. He had been too scared to tell anyone. It was so hard to hear him admit all of this, but finally we knew what was really happening. On that call, Dan quietly told Bill, "We've already bought a one-way ticket home for you. Pack your bags and come home right now." Within days, Bill was on a plane back to his hometown. When he landed, Fred, his mom, and his dad were there to meet him. It was such a relief to see them all together again. Bill was safe at last, and he could finally relax. His family helped him sort out everything. They took him to see a counselor and helped with legal stuff. That evening, Bill quietly thanked me and Dan for helping him. I told him we were just glad he was safe and on the path to a happier life. Now Bill is doing so much better. He is surrounded by family and friends who care about him. He's no longer under Fiona's control, and as far as I know, she isn't coming back. My husband and I went back to focusing on our own family. In fact, about a month after Bill came home, I found out I was pregnant again. We were stunned and thrilled. Now I'm just grateful everything turned out okay. We have a new baby to look forward to, and knowing Bill is safe makes me so happy. I never expected things would end this way. I feel so relieved and grateful. For now, Dan and I are just moving forward with our lives and focusing on our family. It's a little strange to think how much has changed. We have one baby we love and another one on the way. Even after all this drama, it turned out to be happy news for us. I guess sometimes life surprises you.